It is February 4th, 2007. The voice of a teenage boy comes through the line. He sounds frantic, claiming his little sister is not breathing. The operator walks in through chest compressions, counting with him 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But what she does not know is Paris is only pretending. He never once tried to save Ella. By the time police and paramedics arrives, it's already too late. Ella is gone, and her older brother is the one who made the call. But why would he fake CPR on his own sister? To understand that, we need to go back years before the tragedy. The year is 1999 in Abilene, Texas. Charity Bennett is raising her son, Paris, on her own. At just 6 years old, Paris is different from older kids. His IQ is measured at 141. Teachers say he's gifted, polite, and full of potential. Charity sees him as the perfect child, a miracle. Life hadn't been easy. Paris' father had suffered a severe breakdown before his birth, leaving Charity alone to raise a baby. But instead of breaking down, she poured everything into motherhood. Slowly, it seems like life was finally giving her peace. Then came April 12th, 2002. A baby girl was born. Charity placed her into Paris' arms, nervous to see how he would react. But Paris beamed with pride, whispering, "Oh, Mama, she's beautiful." It looked like the perfect family of three had finally come together. But beneath the surface, dark cracks were forming. To understand Charity's worth, you need to know her past. Decades earlier, in 1980, her own childhood was ripped apart. Charity was 6 when her father, James, was found murdered. 3 gunshot wounds to the head, heart, and back. Scorpion immediately fell on her mother, Khalil, who had just remarried James days earlier. Whispers spread that she had paid $50,000 to have him eliminated. But in court, Khalil walked free. The killer was never found. Growing up, Charity was haunted by the accusations, bullied by classmates who taunted, "Your mommy killed your daddy." Her mother spread into drugs and luxury, leaving young Charity neglected. Charity swore her life would be different. She fought her way through addiction, earned a degree, and when Paris was born, she gave him all the love she never received. But that same cycle of violence from her past was quietly waiting to resurface. It is Super Bowl Sunday. Charity is working a double shift at a packed sports bar. At home, Paris and Ella are left with a babysitter. But at 10:30 p.m., Paris pulled the sitter aside and convinced her to leave early. He lies, saying his mom would be home soon, and that at 13, he could handle Ella on his own. Minutes later, the siblings are left home alone. 2 hours later, 911 dispatchers hear Paris' panicked voice, but his performances hide a brutal truth. He has already murdered his little sister. Around midnight, police storm into the bar where Charity is working. They tell her there is been an emergency. She escorted home, her mind racing, praying her children are okay. When she arrives, her house is surrounded by flashing lights, news vans, and yellow tape. And then the unthinkable. Ella is carried out in a baby bag. Blood on her lips, zipped up to her chin. Charity collapsed, screaming apologies into the night, but in the midst of grief, she clings to one thought: at least Paris is alive, our only surviving child. She rushes to the station, desperate to hold him. When she sees him, she hugs him tightly. But Paris did not hug her back. The coldness in his eyes, something is not right. As investigators piece together the timeline, Paris' lies unravel. He faked CPR, he never tried to save Ella. And what confronted, he laughs at his mother, saying, "You are all so fucking stupid." It is the moment Charity realized the boy she raised is not who she thought. A physiological evaluation confirms a nightmare, the diagnosis psychopath. The boy with the genius IQ had planned his sister murdered for years. The small town of Abilene turns against Charity. Neighbors whisper that she raised a monster. People confront her in stores, blaming her for what Paris did. But she is also Paris' mother, faced with reality that he is still a son. In court, she sits in the middle of the room, not choosing sides. She refuses to abandon Paris, but she refuses to excuse him either. He must be accountable. Paris pleaded guilty to compulsory murder at just 13. He receives the maximum juvenile sentence, 40 years in prison. Charity promises him she will always love him, but love will no longer mean protection. It will be making sure he faces justice. Charity could have collapsed under the weight of her past. Her father murdered, her daughter gone, her son locked up, but instead, she made a vow to Ella. She created the Ella Foundation, a non-profit dedicated to preventing violence and supporting families torn apart by trauma. Through her work, she speaks about mental health, warning others that untreated illness can destroy families. She says forgiving Paris wasn't about excusing him, it was about refusing to let history repeat itself. Charity Bennett lives every day with the big memory of Ella, a little girl who loved to sing, laugh, and follow her brother everywhere. Paris told the future, but through her foundation, Charity ensures Ella's life continues to make an impact. She says, I can't change Paris today, but maybe by doing this, I can change someone else's child. The chilling truth is this: how does a mother love a son who destroyed her family? For Charity, the answer is forgiveness, not to erase the pain, but to stop it from consuming her. And in that choice, as memory lives on, don't forget to hit the like button, go to the comment section and drop your thoughts, and also subscribe for more insightful story.